Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, and this video I want to bring you guys a quick commentary on my opinions on the CA or the NA/EU merge for Combat Arms. And before I get into that topic, I just want to mention real quick that I've been looking through my past videos that I've been uploading throughout the week, and I've noticed that my mic has been picking up my voice very, very loudly, and it's uncomfortably loud. So, not a lot of people mention this. I think I only recall like one or two comments saying that my mic or my in-game volume, like my audio levels for my videos, are kind of off. And when I looked back and found out that my mic gain or the boost on my computer was at like an absurdly high level, and I was like, whoa, 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 this can't be happening. So I've adjusted that. Hopefully the audio will sound better. I've lowered the audio levels for my in-game settings, like when you actually go into the game and adjust the volume, and I've adjusted my mic volume, so things shouldn't sound as grating on the ears as it used to be, I think. So just let me know if there's anything else that I should fix with the audio, because I didn't realize that my audio had a few problems until I actually looked back on my older videos myself. Because as you guys know, I don't really look back on my own videos too often, which may or may not be a good thing. It's up to you, but. Anyways, moving on to the main topic at hand. So, if you guys don't know, Combat Arms or Nexon has announced a merge for the Combat Arms Europe and the Combat Arms North America servers. I think this is because they're trying to how should I say it, prepare for the eventual Combat Arms 2 launch, which is Combat Arms Line of Sight. I've actually mentioned this entire topic before in a couple live commentaries, but because they were Soldier Front 2 live commentaries, not a lot of people bothered watching that, so I'll restate it here. Basically, the bottom line of the thinking behind Nexon's merging of the two, geographic servers is, in my opinion, like I just said, to prepare for Combat Arms 2, which is Combat Arms Line of Sight. Obviously, I have no, substantial evidence to back this up, but it's just a gut feeling of mine, because obviously Combat Arms 2 is in closed beta right now. People are trying to scramble for keys to try to get into the closed beta. It might even be in the open beta. I'm not really too sure by this point, but as far as I know, I'm not in it. So if I'm not in it, I don't really care, naturally. So, whatever the news for Combat Arms 2 may be, who knows? You guys might know more about Combat Arms 2 than I do, but as it stands, that's kind of what I think, is that Nexon is preparing for Combat Arms 2, which may or may not be server linked. And in other words, it's players from Europe and players from North America can play with each other right off the get-go, instead of how Combat Arms is right now before the merge, where you have to use a proxy or a VPN to connect to European servers and play on Combat Arms Europe. So that's what I'm thinking. The problems with this is that we'll talk about the problems first, I guess. The main problem with this is obviously the latency. Obviously, Europe is really far away from Combat Arms, especially for someone like me who's on the West Coast, and bad things happen when West Coast people in America try to connect to European servers, or vice versa. Typically speaking, you're looking at around 100 and at least 160 plus ping, maybe even 200 depending on where you are in Europe, for West Coast players to connect to European servers, and of course vice versa. It's a little bit easier for East Coast, because obviously East Coast is a little bit closer, but even then you're still looking at like 120 ping or something like that, so it's not ideal. But I think there are some ways for Nexon to remedy the whole ping issue. They could put in a higher lag compensation, which no one really likes, because Call of Duty kind of made that word taboo. I'm sure there are ways to improve connection so that it's better for both parties. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do. No one's really sure what Nexon's gonna do anyway. But that is one of the main problems, is the whole latency thing. And if they can fix that, then that's cool. The merge is cool if they can fix the whole, connected to European and the whole distance ping latency thing. But if they don't do it right, then obviously this merge can be a real nightmare for everyone involved, particularly for Americans, because I think I would venture to say I would guess that the European combat arms community is stronger, or it's more active than the North American combat arms community as of right now. I'm not really too sure about that. I'm not willing to like put money on it, but that's what I would guess right now, because it's clear that Combat Arms NA is nowhere near as popular as it was even a year ago. Let's say. So yeah, that's the main problem that I see. Another problem is that obviously this is just addressing the whole shitty nature of that is the internet. Obviously, when you merge two geographically different entities together, bad things will happen. You're obviously going to get clashes, especially racial clashes. I mean, if you go to Twitch chat or just onto internet forums in general, you will definitely see people going USA, 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 and other people going EU best continent or something like that. So obviously there's a big continental rivalry here, or a racial rivalry, and if you were to merge to the NA or CANA and CAU together, you're inevitably going to have more cases of such, let's just put it, continental rivalry. Let's just put it in a euphemistic term here. So yeah, obviously I'm probably blowing this up to be a lot more of a bigger problem than it probably will be. But it's just something to keep in mind, because the internet is. Well, the internet is a wild, wild west, and if you don't hold it down, then people are gonna fucking run amok and cause havoc. So yeah, that's one of the problems that I see. Obviously, it's not really a big deal, or it's not as big of a deal as making the performance, like ping performance, really good. But it can get irritating for some people who just want to play the game and find themselves being harassed verbally because of what kind of nationality they are. That's not always a great thing, unless there's the whole. In Combat Arms NA, there's the whole, if you have a Mexican name, you're a crouch spammer kind of thing, which is kind of unfair, but throughout the years is almost substantiated enough to be true. And I hear that for CAEU, their quote unquote Mexicans are the Turks, or the guys from Turkey. But I can't validate it because I don't play CAU. But that whole thing about racial stereotypes and whatnot, it can be a problem, and probably will be an even bigger problem once the CAEU and the CANA merge happens. So yeah, it's not what I'm looking forward to, but something we're gonna have to deal with. But I hear CAEU moderators or admins are pretty strict on that, so let's just hope that they don't go too crazy about that. And moving on to the good things, there's really only one good thing that I have to say is the fact that obviously we're going to be bringing two communities together. Before you weren't able to connect to European servers. Now, because Nexon is giving you the freedom to do so, or they're forcing you to do so, in fact. Yeah, that's obviously a new experience for me. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how the CAEU skill base is, how good their players are, and to see if their players only base their skill on P90TRs and specialists like CNA does. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting, and I'm kind of looking forward to how this merge will pay off, so to say. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you guys have any more questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later.